So just 2 days after I'm on the record talking about, man, these trade rumors, they're dying down, and it's just unfortunate because I thought we were getting trades and you could just never trust trades to happen. The basketball gods must have been listening in because we were blessed with a blockbuster trade, and this is crazy. Because the teams that we were thinking about, because with Kyrie Irving, we know he's on the trade block. We know that he's not going to be in Cleveland for good. He's going somewhere. But the Boston Celtics were never one of the 4 teams, or even 5, because the Phoenix Suns, they emerged as a contender for Kyrie Irving. But we were hearing about the Spurs, about the Heat, about the Timberwolves, and about who was last team, the New York Knicks. That's who it was. And I made a video specifically about those 4 teams and like who had the best chance. I also mentioned the Suns. I didn't even say the Celtics. I didn't talk about the Celtics. I didn't even say the word Celtics. So it was just not something that I expected. Obviously, we know that the Celtics are on the come up. They've been for the last few years. They're trying to get as good as they possibly can. When we wonder about that 2018 Nets pick, and that thing is gone. And you know, for me, I'm thinking about this trade. And look, if you're the Cleveland Cavaliers, you have to be comfortable with the fact that you're probably not going to win this trade. Kyrie tells everybody that he doesn't want to be in Cleveland, and everybody knows this now, and the value of Kyrie Irving is decreased because of this. It's not their fault that Kyrie Irving wants out, and just because of Kyrie Irving, they're probably not going to win this deal because Kyrie Irving is a great player. When you trade away a great player, you're likely not getting enough back for him. And the return package for just Kyrie Irving, the Cavs aren't trading anything else than Kyrie Irving. It's just Kyrie Irving. They're getting Isaiah Thomas. They're getting Jay Crowder. They're getting that center. I don't know his name. He's not really known at all. I don't think he's done anything. And one of the most underrated pieces of this trade, they're getting the 2018 Nets pick. Now, if you're wondering why Kyrie Irving is demanding this much of a return, especially if his value is lowered, Kyrie Irving is young. He's one of those guys, you see what he's doing, and a lot of people think that he's like a top 10 player, which I think is just complete. I'm not listening to that. Kyrie Irving is a great player. He's an elite scorer. He's one of the best scorers we have in basketball, especially at that point guard position. I think he's probably the best scorer, pure scorer in terms of shooting and finishing and whatnot. And a one-on-one great player, but he's not the generational talent that's going to make your team so much better, that's going to do it all as a point guard, that's going to be a big defensive stopper or a floor general or something like that. He's a specialist player, and he's a very, very, very great specialist player, but that's really what it comes down to. That's, why it's like, okay, why did they get that much back for him? The upside of Kyrie Irving is also the thing you're looking at. People are wondering, look, what can Kyrie do when he's the man? And for me, I'm not so sure, and I don't really know how much he's going to be the man, because now he's joining a team that has Gordon Hayward and Al Horford, and obviously he's going to be using the ball the most, and a lot of people are going to think he's the best player. I don't know. I think it's between him and Hayward. But Kyrie Irving he has room to grow, man, and he's a commodity. He's like the new franchise, and the Boston Celtics get younger once again with Kyrie Irving. They get rid of Jay Crowder, which is a guy they've been trying to get rid of for a while, or he's been in trade rumors, but he's gone now. And Isaiah Thomas is the big loss, as well as that pick, and that pick is big because the Nets, they're not going to be that much better next year. People think they're going to be good, and they're like not good, but like maybe better than last year. They don't really have a reason to be that much better. Their young players might develop a little bit, but it's not like they're gonna make some giant change. Like they're just gonna be insane now. I don't think that pick is gonna be very low. I think that's gonna be a top 5 pick, and it should be. And Marvin Bagley and Michael Porter will be in contention for that spot. So the Cleveland Cavaliers, not only do they land Isaiah Thomas at point guard, who right now is kind of like a carbon copy of Kyrie Irving, except he's a little shorter, but I think they're about the same in terms of talent, because Isaiah Thomas can score it well, Kyrie Irving can score it well, and they're bad defensive players. But I think that Isaiah Thomas for Kyrie Irving at this moment in time, straight up, is not that bad for the Cavs at all. The only downfall is that Isaiah Thomas is a lot older, and it's harder for him to be like a 40 minute player. Maybe not 40, but like if he's playing max 36 minutes a night, he's got to guard for 36 minutes. He's got to, exist on the court at 5'9", which is not an easy thing. But the Cavs also land Jay Crowder, who's the guy that can defend and shoot and grit and grind, right? And they get this center who's, it's whatever. And they get this pick. This pick is huge. Now, we do hear about LeBron leaving, and, that could derail the entire thing. It really could. I think that the Cavs, I'm impressed. I'm impressed with what the Cavs got done with this. I'm really surprised that they got all of that back for Kyrie. I didn't think they were going to get that much back, especially that pick. That pick is mind-blowing to me that they got that. So, look, for me, if LeBron James leaves, it's pretty bad. But even if LeBron James left before, it would still be bad because, look, Kyrie was going to leave anyway. So at least now, and man, this team's got some talent still. Isaiah Thomas, LeBron, and Kevin Love is the new big three here. And you still have, and you add Jay Crowder as well, and you got J.R. Smith. Tristan Thompson's still there. I think this team is just as good as they were before, if not better. I really do. And this is very exciting. I think the Cavs got basically as good of a deal as they could have gotten. People might be killing me in the comments for this, because Kyrie Irving is apparently valued at a higher rate than I think he should be valued at. And look, when we talk about youth, when we talk about the guy being younger than Isaiah Thomas, that does come into consideration. But personally, I'm not sure what more Kyrie Irving offers than Isaiah Thomas right now. For the upcoming season, what is Kyrie Irving going to do that makes him that much better than Isaiah Thomas? Not only is the talent gap not that large, and I actually probably would take Isaiah Thomas over Kyrie Irving right now anyway, just because I think that he's a better leader, he's more experienced, and even though I think they're basically neck and neck, I mean, I'm not going to jump to say that Isaiah Thomas is that much better, but I'm just saying, right now, the Cavs got better. I'm thinking the Cavs got better, and we're not even talking about that pick next year. Jay Crowder is also a guy that is slept on, and he will help the Cavs. He's the type of player that will help your team do better. LeBron James going to have to find a way to work with these new players, but if they get that down, I think Isaiah Thomas wants to win just as much as the next guy. I think that he's really committed to that cause, more than Kyrie is, because we hear Kyrie talking about, I want to be the man. And I don't know how much this satisfies Kyrie, because he's playing on a team where, they got to work as a unit. It's not a one-man show. Is that what he wants? If that's what he wants, then that's not going to satisfy him. Does he want to be the main guy? Does he want to be the man, like the face of the team? Is that what he wants? Because maybe he could be the face of the team in Boston, but it's not the Cavs' problem. The Cavs don't have to worry about if Kyrie is, if he's happy wherever he goes. They just want to ship him off. They don't want to deal with him. He's a hindrance to their franchise right now. And the Boston Celtics have to deal with him, for what he is. And look, we can talk about if Kyrie doesn't like it in Boston and wants to leave after a few years, this trade's going to look foolish. It really will. So that's also something we have to talk about. And the same kind of goes for the Cavs. If Isaiah Thomas doesn't want to be there, but I think Isaiah Thomas is the type of guy that, he wants to win. I think he wants to win more than Kyrie does. And they got that new guy, the 2018 pick. So even if LeBron and Isaiah Thomas, or even if LeBron leaves, you got Kevin Love, you got Isaiah Thomas, and you got that pick. So you got something. And that's really what it's all about. I think that out of all the trades the Cavs could have made, this is the absolute best one. And I think the Boston Celtics, I don't know. I mean, I understand the appeal. You want to get younger. You want to get talent. You want to build towards that championship roster. But I don't know if Kyrie Irving's the guy you want. I don't know. It's definitely something that we're going to have to see how this works out. And don't get me wrong, this could be great for them. But this isn't an 100% great move for the Boston Celtics, I don't think. Because if Kyrie doesn't like it there, he could be out of there. But then again, if Kyrie flourishes, if he becomes that guy that he says he is, if he's true to his word, he can run a team and he can run the Boston Celtics, and we could see Kyrie versus LeBron in the Eastern Conference Finals in a well-matched game. I mean, honestly, I don't see the problem with that. But look, it's a risk. It's a huge risk for the Boston Celtics in my eyes. You just landed Gordon Hayward. but now you're getting rid of, and I guess, like, okay, maybe your forward situation is a little bit too much. You got too many forwards. So maybe the Celtics giving up Jay Crowder isn't a huge deal because they got Morris and they got Hayward now. It's not like they're losing that much with Jay Crowder. But I think it's more about what the Cavs gain with Jay Crowder, and they gain more depth, more versatility. I don't mind this for the Cavs. I like this for the Cavs. Believe it or not, I think the Cavs are back in the finals next year. I don't think anyone's stopping them on the way there. And I think they could... Can they put up a fight with the Warriors? We have to see how this team works together. That's really what it's all about. But man, the Cavs got more than I thought they'd get. I like this trade for the Cavs. For the Celtics, if you don't know already, I'm not super high on Kyrie Irving. Yes, I know he's super skilled, and I know what he brings to the table. But in terms of fit, in terms of, you know, are the Celtics really on the level that the Cavs are anyway? If you take Kyrie Irving as like, oh, he's that insane, you know, he's a top 10. If you think he's a top 10 player, and you think he can run a team, and you're confident that he can do that, even though he's proven time and time again he can't do it, whether with games that LeBron just isn't playing in, or before LeBron was there, which I know was a long time ago, but still, even in games where LeBron's off the court, or LeBron isn't playing and Kyrie's there, Kyrie doesn't do anything. In terms of leadership, in terms of making his team better, they don't get wins. I mean, the guy could put up 40 whenever he wants, but it's not like that team is going to do a lot better. That's what I'm saying. That's why it's like, you got to count on Kyrie Irving being that type of player. Is that what you're doing? I don't know. I think you're losing leadership with Isaiah Thomas too. So, man, I don't know. I know the Celtics, it seemed like they had the upper hand in this trade, but in terms of like the power going in, like the Celtics can get what they want because, you know, the Cavs, it's like you expect them to get worse with Kyrie forcing his way out, but I think they got better. I do. If it's an unpopular opinion, so what? I think they will be better next year. I think they have a better shot at winning it all. I do. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. Enjoy it. Like it if you enjoy. Subscribe if you're new. I'm out. Thanks for watching, y'all. Peace.